Hey guys, I wanted to shoot a quick video. I had some stuff going on mentally, was trying to figure out when I was on vacation for a week in New Orleans, a lot of time to think and sort of contemplate where the business is, where I want to go for 2022. There's been so much change in the last 2 years because of COVID and infrastructure and setup. You know, I had intro tie, table tie, phase 1, phase 2, 700 pages of sequence manuals, 9 DVDs of core content to get the therapist started. And then what I started to hear was, well, we want in-person classes. And of course, those in-person classes are expensive, not as accessible, only happen so many times a year. You got to deal with rent on a facility. Then you got to start fighting schools because they want 50%. Then they need CE credit, so I got to file stuff with the NCBTMB and the ABMP and the AMTA and the CE broker, and then what states accept it, and we don't know because they randomly changed the rules during COVID. I continued to juggle all of that, and we were doing webinars where I showed for the first time suspension, and the webinar nearly shut down because all people wanted, I want that thing. I want that thing. Where do I get that thing? And I'm like, oh, you can't use that thing until you learn the things I'm already teaching you. I'm just giving you a glimpse of the future. I went back to the drawing board, did subscription. The subscription was sort of filling in the gaps between intro tie, table tie, phase 1, phase 2, and expanding on that information to go into greater detail. I succeeded in doing that and created another 600 hours plus. We add new footage to it every week. No signs of slowing down. But I've also gotten to a point with advertising, marketing, packaging, sales, where I'm looking at it, trying to figure out what the next moves are. I'll continue to reach out to massage therapists. I'll continue to put out information. We'll continue to have the subscribers group so you guys can ask me questions. I'll continue to work with the students who show up. My assumption is, to some degree, is that in-person classes, at least for me personally, are going to become less frequent. The value, and I say the price on those, is going to go up because it takes time and energy, and I can only dedicate it to so many people in a room at one time, because if you only have so many people in a room at one time, I can only teach the people in that room, sort of. What that really means for me is I'll be teaching online to a larger and larger audience. And one of the things that has really plagued me, particularly in the past 2 years, was we hit multicam right as COVID hit. I saw it so clearly. I understood it was possible, but I didn't know all the software or what I was going to have to do. Now I'm running 4 cameras at one time. I'm using filtered audio. There's a fan just over here, but you can't hear it because we got filtered audio. Yeah. Makes my voice pop, makes it more clear. And I was putting anatomy on screen just by using a switcher. I've continued to try to sell CE classes of specific information, $100 a pop each month. And the response to those has kind of been hit or miss. And I was getting, over the past 2 years, more and more frustrated because I have destroyed continuing education. And what that means is I can go into my studio, turn on 4 cameras, and teach you live. And then I hear, well, we want in person. And I'm like, you can have as many people in your studio as you want. And they're like, no, but we want to be, okay, you want to be in person with me? It's $100 an hour. You can come study with me in Austin. I go, oh. And what I hear is a lot of whining. It doesn't make me feel happy. It doesn't make me feel good. The entrepreneurial gig and what I'm doing is exceedingly lonely. I am enormously frustrated with students who won't get up off their ass and do the work. In January, I will release specs for suspension in the vault. Don't have to pay extra for it. The $7. We will have a master class. And for those of you who really want to go deep and you really want to add this to your practice and you're ready to go, please sign up for that. There is a 3-month payment plan. It'll probably be about $1,000. I'm still kind of got to put it together and list it. And we're getting to the end to some point. Meaning, I can continue to give you more. I'll continue to give you more. I'm always going to work with you. I'm going to encourage you, support you. I've given you more support materials than any educator in the industry. And I've done more to document a bodywork practice than anyone in human history. How's that sound? And if you doubt me, go into that vault and just start scrolling through for a little while and realize that I'm 44 years old and this is never going to stop for the rest of my life. I have the most documented bodywork history in practice and history, and I'm giving it to you for $7. I will continue to support students. I will continue to build, but I finally hit on something because I've been beating my head against a brick wall trying to get dedicated students, trying to get students who want to go, trying to get students who want to study, trying to get students who want to work. And all they do is hem and haw about price, hem and haw about how they're busy, hem and haw about how they don't have money, hem and haw, hem and haw, hem and haw, hem and haw. And I hear a bunch of hemming and hawing. In the new year, after the master class starts, I'm going to continue teaching massage therapists, running ads to massage therapists, marketing to massage therapists, but I'm going to back off and I'm going to start teaching the public directly. The reason why is because I need people who are excited about what I'm teaching. If I try to teach yoga teachers, they will start asking questions about how they get certified and whether they can do it legally, and I'm fucking tired of answering those questions. If I try to teach Pilates instructors, they're coming in from another background, they want to know if they can do it legally, and I hit a bunch of other... If I try to teach personal trainers, they're going to wonder, can I do this legally? And I go, I don't fucking know, follow the rules in your area. If I go directly to the public, my thought is I'm going to work with the apprentices here locally to start teaching essentially couples massage online as a direct class to the public. I feel much better about this decision and backing off of teaching massage therapists. I'm frustrated and I'm tired. I'm going to become even more frustrated if I have to continue fighting an industry who just doesn't want what I teach. So in addition to those couples classes, I'm probably going to take my own personal time and then devote a certain amount of it to doing personal consults with individuals who are in chronic pain across the United States, doing hour consults with them that are $100 an hour, helping them with various pain conditions, showing them how to work on themselves. And never once will they tell me, but we can't learn online. So I will continue working with therapists, continue marketing to therapists, continue educating therapists, working with therapists who want to show up, but I'm not going to fucking drag you into the future. I'm going to go ahead and start that process of marketing to the public, packaging information for the public, putting it out as couples massage, putting it out as self-care for people in chronic pain, to be able to teach an audience that's actually excited about what I'm teaching. And I hope that you guys are able to glean some information out of that. I will list the information for the suspension course in the coming weeks, so you can go ahead and sign up. And again, if you're on board, you want to work towards certification, I really recommend you take those classes. I'll continue teaching and sharing. I'll continue putting out information at a furious pace that will likely grow. But I have to work with people who are excited. There's nothing more debilitating to me energetically than working with people who just kind of say it's not massage. And I have to move beyond that. I can't work with students who tell me they can't learn online. I don't have the philosophical background and training to try to sit down and debate an industry that tells me that they can't learn online. I have no desire to fight, no desire to fuss, no desire to kind of coddle, cajole people into action. Either you want this shit or you don't. And if you don't, that's cool. Then I'm just going to go to another audience. Again, I will continue working with those of you who are interested, but I'm not going to keep spinning my wheels trying to get traction in an industry that frankly just doesn't want what I teach. If you're on board, I would say get more on board. If you're interested in what I'm teaching, if the push towards the public is successful, what that will likely mean is over time is my time will become more and more valuable and more limited. It means that I'll have to raise rates even for online classes, online classes, online apprenticeship, that sort of thing. Anything that's requiring my direct time, where it's not like giving you access to the vault where it's pre-recorded, I'm going to have to charge more. I want to continue building, and I feel very, very good about stepping back from the massage industry as a whole, because it's been horribly frustrating in the last 2 years where I'm just grinding gears, trying to drag therapists into the future who are denying what's like right in front of their face. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, feel free to chat below. I'll go ahead and I'm going to put this inside a blog post as well. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.